It's Ronald Polius. 2 years ago, in 2024, as a high school teacher. The year before that, I was a school bus driver. 24, I started getting into real estate wholesaling, which is basically finding a deal at a discount for an investor and then selling it to the investor and getting paid for that difference. I just did a higher level strategy of that today, and I want to do a walkthrough on that. But I'm at my really good title company, which is Oklahoma City Abstract and Title, and I just closed on a deal. I'm going to do a full deal walkthrough because I realized that people are really wanting to know what it's like to close a deal and what a walkthrough looks like on that. So I'm gonna do a walkthrough on that right now for you and get you in on what that looks like. So basically walking into, oops, my camera's kind of off. All right, there we go. There you go. All right. Walking into the title company. That's where I close all my deals at. Walk in and greet the greeter. Hey. And then we usually go on to the back. Lindsay is one that helps me all the time. She is busy now, but a bunch of investors here and now. But let's do a real walkthrough. So today is what day is it today? Today is the 8th of May. And okay, here we go. So let's do some numbers. I'm going to show you what it all looks like, because some people have never even seen a HUD statement. So I'm going to hide some of this information for privacy reasons, but I want you to see what it really looks like. And then at the end, I'm going to reveal the number I got and I'm walking away with. And then we'll go from there. Okay? Ready for it? Full deal walkthrough. Okay. So I bought this deal. All right, hold on. So let's put the camera down. Boom. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So closed at Oklahoma City Abstract and Title Company. This disbursement date is the 8th of May. Contract sale price is $92,250. Then there's a bunch of settlement charges. This is my side. This is the buyer side. This is the seller side. Okay. So, boom, 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 boom. You kind of see all the things I paid. So, from the money that I gave the seller, which is that $92,250, these items were paid. Okay. Actually, this is the buyer side. This is the seller side. I got that confused. So his loan was paid to USAA for a total of $46,493.35, and then his payoff to UCC, to the Service Finance Company, was paid $24,981.70, which had that person walk away with a certain amount. Okay, so that's the A side. So let me explain this real quick, because it could get confusing. So, and I told you earlier, I did a higher level than the wholesale. Okay, wholesale is when that same thing that I told you earlier, you find a deal at a discount and you sell it to an investor. You want to know what the difference between a wholesale and a double close is? A wholesale, everybody sees your number. You remember what I just showed you? All the reductions, all the things that are paid. This right here. So that right there, this section right here, it would have my wholesale fee. So let's just say I did it in my name, which I don't. I do it in my business name. But let's just say it was here to say Ronald Paulius paid amount. And the seller would see that, and the investor that I'm selling to would see that also. Okay? I don't do that. Why do you think I don't do that? Because I don't want somebody else counting my money. I've heard of buyers before. I've heard of sellers before. Sellers saying, oh, I didn't know you were going to make that much. Even when you disclose, even when you let them know, all my contracts say I'm making this for profit. I'm buying this house for a profit. Whether I'm keeping it as a rental, that's a long-term profit. Whether I'm fix and flipping it, that's a medium-term profit. Whether I'm double closing it, that's a short-term profit. All of my contracts say I'm making it for a profit because I don't want anyone to think, oh, he's buying this house not to make money. No, I take care of my family. I got 2 kids. I got people I got to take care of. I don't want people counting my money because sellers at the closing table will blow up and say, what in the world? I didn't know. That's crazy. You're not making 10,000. You're not making 3,000 on me. Then on the flip side, buyers sometimes count their money and say, dude, you're not making $20,000 on this. This is a thin fix and flip. Okay, what does that have to do with me? You ran your numbers. You took on the idea that you can make this amount of money with me making this amount of money. Why all of a sudden you want my 20,000? You want my 10,000? You want my 3,000? I did a deal before. I just made $3,000. $3,000. This one though, you're gonna be surprised at the number on this. So I double close my deal so that nobody's counting my money. Everybody's happy with what they got. We walk away. This pain was solved, and that buyer got a fix and flip, a rental, whatever he or she wants to do with it, and we're all happy. Let's look at, this is my local water company. Let's look at this. Okay? So this is the B. So this is what is called the A. This is what is called the A to B side. Okay? Which means, sorry, my camera is like doing this at an angle. I don't know why. Okay. This is A to B, meaning me to the seller. Me buying from the seller. This is what is called B to C. Okay? Me now becoming the seller, selling to the buyer. Okay? A, B, B, C. You can see it's the same day. Okay? And you can see that okay. You can see that, there you go. All right. So that person, whoever bought this deal, okay. Whoever bought this deal bought it at, I sold it to him for $160. Okay? $160. They got money from their bank. You can see it shows you all on this side. Okay, it shows you over here. It doesn't show I'm getting any borrowing. It shows I'm paying this guy cash. Okay, over here I could see that this fix and flipper, he borrowed $218,000. Holdback is construction holdback. Okay, that construction holdback is him thinking he's going to spend $52,000 to renovate it. Does it need $52,000 worth of work? No, but he's going to budget for oopsies and holding costs and, oh, something is delayed. Unexpected. Max he should spend is $35,000. Max he should spend $35,000. And then settlement charges is all the things that place collects, okay? So you could see there's a bunch of fees on there, right? Deeds, mortgage, recording fees, and lender's insurance, title insurance. You want all of that. You want a release fee, and then these are all the things that the bank charges, which I didn't realize they charge a lot. They charge a loan doc of almost $600, wire fee, flood certification, appraisal. Wow, $35 for an $33.50 for an appraisal, then another appraisal, I guess, and then there's loan origination. So you could see they're charging a ton of money that equals to this $6,000 amount. Okay. Now, remember, my A to B side was 92,250. Okay. 92,250. I beat it. Let's just do this. 92,250. And my B to C side is 160. After paying some taxes, because I had to pay county taxes here. After paying taxes and different things, I am walking away net in my pocket. Net. You know what that is? Net. Net in my pocket. I'm walking away with this. $375. $375.82. How different would your life be if you were able to walk away with something like that? That is insane. My life has totally changed. This is the highest check I've ever gotten. And guys, what I want to tell you today is this took me 1 hour worth of work. 1 hour worth of work. What happened was I was door knocking, got up, the guy was out, walking his dog, had a full conversation, quickly found out he was a yellow personality. Okay, yellow personality, let's have a full conversation. We had a full conversation. Then I found out that this person was working with another investor. So wait. What are they trying to do? They were trying to help him keep the property. I had the conversation with him. The guy didn't want to keep his property. The guy wanted to sell. In fact, he gave out a smokescreen saying, I want to keep the property, but I know I have to sell. Why did he have to sell? He wanted to downsize. It was just him and the property. He lived in the living room. He had thousands of square feet of house. It was just him, his dog, and his cat. He didn't care about the house anymore. It was too much maintenance. He got a lot of memories there that he kind of would want to get away from. I mean, it's not. He has good memories there, but he's ready to go on to the next chapter. All right. And the biggest thing that I pushed on was, hey, do you have the money to even get this back going? Like, can you even afford this? Is this? It's like, nah, I can't. Oh. So through the process of conversation, he said, yeah, I just want to sell the house. I want to sell it as is. And I want to work with you because I built trust. I heard his pain and I got through the smoke screen and I pushed forward to serving him. Guys, the skills I've cultivated in negotiations are what's helped me get to this point where I could just show up. Let me ask you this. Can you just show up at someone's house and have an hour conversation and walk away with the contract? Now, I know not everybody wants to sell, but what I mean by that is, can you have an hour conversation with somebody and figure out their pain points, show them the implication of the train that they're riding on, and then solve their problems, giving them need payoffs. Let them see that, hey, at the beginning of the conversation, he didn't want to sell. And then towards the end of the conversation, he was wanting enough so that he can buy a house outright. So, whoa, dude, even if I give you $12, you won't be able to do that. And towards the end of the conversation, I asked need payoff questions. That what would it look like if you had a place you could stay where you didn't have to manage it? I said, actually, that'd be awesome. I got foundation work, I got window work, I got roof work, I got HVAC work. He has a house to take care of and manage. It's not just a toy you could switch out. And towards the end of the conversation, it's like, you know what? It would be awesome if I just, yeah, you're right. It would be awesome if I just got enough where I could just stay as a renter and cover my bills, and I just call somebody else for maintenance. Hey, the roof is leaking. Hey, the HVAC's, hey. And so, guys, you can make these figures. You genuinely can. You can make these figures when you are solving people's problems. I mean, it's possible. It's possible. I did it today. That flipper, he got a property he's happy, he can take care of, and he's good. He moves on, he makes his money, and we go on to the next deal. The reason I did this the reason I wanted to do this video is because I realized people have never been in a room like this. And I haven't, but people just, I mean, this is where I'm at. Right, Lindsay sits right here, and she's the closing officer, awesome team. Shout out to Lindsay Sturkle, Lindsay Gibson, Angie Layson. They're awesome. Natalie, I forgot her last name. But this is just where I sit, and then we sign paperwork, and the homeowner sits here, and I'm usually right here with the homeowner that's selling to me. And I think a lot of times people on the wholesale side aren't signing with their sellers. It's like, yeah, I'm right here. We're signing together. Like, we're here to the finish line. And we close that chapter. And so I'm solving big pains, big problems, and I'm making big checks. I'm super, super stoked. If you're at a place in your business, if you're at a place where you're trying to get into real estate like I was in 2024, but you feel you're missing pieces, I talked about implication questions. You don't even know what that is. You don't know what that looks like. Or maybe you're a buyer and you're saying, man, it'd be nice if I was making $66,000 after a 1-hour conversation, a 1-month close with no headache, no toilets to deal with, no roof to replace, no sewer line to change, no electrical to worry about, no holding costs. If you're that guy and you're saying, man, that'd be nice, then find me on Instagram, Ronald Paulius, shoot me a DM called Secrets, and we can have a conversation. And what I want to do is I want to give you my secrets. I want to give you my secrets. Why Ronald, would you give you secrets? Because other people gave me their secrets, and that's how I got here. And this is how I'm giving back. This is how I'm pouring into people. Because the reality is, like, I could do this all day. It's awesome. But I want to do more deals with more people. I want to serve and help people who they want to knock some doors and then they want to close. And so DM me on Instagram, secrets, and I'll pour out my secrets and we can have a conversation. But if you can make $66,000, how different would your life be this year? So reach out, Ronald Paulius, Owners Club, Sub 2, and let's make sure we continue the conversation.